quick breakfast cooking demo. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday morning. So I'm going to give people a few seconds to get signed in. But thank you to everyone for sending me in your different requests for what I should cook and make and what have you. So this morning, I'm actually going to be doing a couple different things this morning. But a lot of people requested to see something with eggs, and so some people also requested that I make my egg cup recipe that I showed you guys, a great way to make a great egg cup or what have you in the morning. And so I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it a little bit twist, because as opposed to cups, I'm going to make more like a pie kind of thing. So we always talk about, you know, having good veggies and adding veggies to your meal. And there's a lot of different things people like to do. Some people would say they're not that great with omelets, but they would like to do an omelet. They would like to do different things. So what I'm doing today is I'm actually going to do more of an egg pie, almost like a quiche, but not quite quiche, because there's going to be no cheese or anything like that. But so very simply, it's pretty quick to do. But what we're going to do is we start off with a nice little pie pan like this, and I've already pre-greased my pan. So what I'm going to do is I start off with spinach. All right, and so I take my spinach and I line the bottom of my pan with my spinach. So nice organic spinach, line the bottom of the pan so the pan is fully covered with spinach. You can do a little bit more if you'd like. Okay, and I might actually need a little bit more spinach, because you want to get a good amount of spinach in there. Once again, veggies are always great for you, especially in the morning. Great to start your day off with that. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit more spinach. All right. And once again, just organic baby spinach is what you want to use. So here we go. A little bit more. Perfect. All right. So now the bottom of my pan is fully lined with spinach. All right. Show you guys really quickly. So you just line it up just like that, fully covered with spinach. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I have different veggies. I have some bell peppers. I have mushrooms. I have a little bit of asparagus, because I had some asparagus left over. I have red onions, and I have a little bit of chicken sausage. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those in. So you take your bell peppers, and you kind of like just sprinkle them around a little bit. All right. Your mushrooms, same thing. Sprinkle them around a little bit, and your asparagus. You want to make sure you get it in every part of the pan, because you don't want when you actually slice into your egg pie that you have some pieces that have or not. And then your onions, obviously, same thing. Okay. And I like onions, so I have a fair amount of onions that I'm going to put in there. All right. Right, so now you guys can see what that looks like. Once again, fully in there. Almost looks like you're making something like a pizza, if you will. All right, put the rest of my asparagus in there since it's not that much. All right, more mushrooms. A little bit more peppers. All right, there we go. Like I always tell you guys, good color is always good in your food. Got to get color, all right? So there we go. Nice and colorful, looking pretty good. Now we take a little bit of our sausage. Once again, you can use any meat you choose. You can do it meatless as well if you want to. For people who eat cheese, you know, I'm not recommending that you do, but you know, you could do a vegan cheese or something like that in here as well. That would actually probably be pretty good. But obviously some people are going to do regular cheese. So you can do cheese, you can do, you can add bacon if you wanted to. I would just go easy on stuff like that. You could do it with shrimp if you wanted to. And there you have it. So now, pretty much it looks almost like a pizza getting ready to be made, all right? So now once we do that, put the rest of these in there as well. Okay. Once we do that, now it's time for our eggs. So very simply, you just take, I'm going to use quite a few eggs because you want to get decent amount. So let's go with 6 eggs to start off with, to see what that looks like. So you crack your eggs. Ready? Perfect. All right, once you crack your eggs, next up you're going to season your eggs. I always like to put seasoning in my eggs. So I do a little bit of black pepper. Of course, black pepper is good. All right. And a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. Don't want to overdo that, okay? And then you beat your eggs. There you go. So it's nice and smooth, perfect. So now what I do sometimes is I will add a little bit of herbs to it. So let me grab some. So I'm going to put a little bit of parsley in here. I told you guys, one of the things I do is I buy fresh organic stuff, and when I buy it, I actually freeze it, so then it stays in the same condition. So I have some frozen parsley here, and so I'm just going to throw some parsley in there. Perfect. All right. Let me put this back in. It's always good for it to stay frozen. All right. And you beat it into your eggs, and then you just pour your eggs into your pan. And actually I'm going to require a little bit more eggs than that, so I'm going to do the rest of the tray. Because you want your eggs to actually to kind of not really cover, but to go through the entire pan. So obviously you can do this with muffin cups as well, so it's a little bit easier when you do it in muffin cups. Once again, same process, just a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt. All right. And you just pour. All right. And simple. So now, what we're going to do is this is going to settle, so you see what it looks like again. All right, and we're going to stick this in the oven, and it's going to take about, I would say, about 20 to 25 minutes at the most. So we're going to go ahead and stick that in, and we'll go on to our next thing. So I'm going to stick this into the oven. And just for the people who are going to ask, your cook heat is going to be about 350 degrees, give or take. All right. So let's clear this off. So while we do that, the next thing we're going to make is, what are we going to eat with our eggs? You guys know I love my pancakes, right? So we're going to make some pancakes from scratch. So in order to do that, we start off with our bowl. There we go. All right, and let's pull our ingredients out really quickly. All righty. Fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make blueberry pancakes, all right? And I got some nice plump organic blueberries, so that's what I'm going to do. So we always start off with 2 cups of non-GMO organic wheat flour. So I put that in here. Perfect. All right. And to make our mix, the basics to make our mix always is going to be 2 tablespoons of baking soda. If you have 2 cups of flour, it's 2 tablespoons of baking powder, sorry. 2 teaspoons, sorry, of baking powder. All right. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. All right. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. All right, so once again, if you have 1 cup of flour, it's going to be 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a half teaspoon of baking soda. Because I have 2 cups of flour, it is going to be 2 and 1. All right. So you just do the simple math and double up as you go. Hold on 1 second. All right. About that. All right. So you go ahead and you mix that in, nice and evenly. And that is going to be the basis of your pancakes all the time. All right? That's how your pancakes start. So next thing we're going to do is we need our milk for our pancakes, right? So I have this right here. And let me grab some milk. I told you guys I make my own milk, so here it goes right here. All right? And we're going to put about 2 cups of milk. I can measure per eye, but 2 cups of milk is what you want. So that's about 2 cups of milk. There we go. All right. And I'm going to put a little extra flavor into my pancakes. So I'm going to make a banana blueberry pancake. So I'm actually going to take a banana, ripe banana, peel it off. I'm going to break it and stick it in here. Fantastic. And this time I'm going to screw this nice and tight. Right, draw this over here, and we're going to go ahead and blend this up for our banana flavored milk for our pancakes. That should be nice and smooth there. Smooth this out of the way. Alrighty. And just go ahead and pour and add that in. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. Perfect. Alright, hold on just in case it was a little much, but I think it was fine. Just go ahead and mix that in. Don't mix it too fast. Make sure you just go nice and slow to make sure you get nice and even spread. There we go. Good consistency. Great consistency. Alrighty. Very good. Alright. Pour the rest in. Alright. Alrighty. I want to add a little bit more character to my pancakes this time, so I'm going to put some. I'm going to put a little bit of coconut flakes in here. Once again, when you're making your own, you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to be a little bit experimentative to this time, and I'm going to put a little bit of coconut flakes in there, just because I like what the taste it brings. All right. And that's the good thing about making your own food. You can, when you make your own food, you can be experimental. You can put whatever you like in there. If you don't like coconut, you don't have to put it in there. But if you want to put something else in there, if you want to put some chocolate chips in here, you know, just don't go overboard with the sugar, but you could do that as well. All right, mix that in. And I always tell you guys, whenever you make stuff from scratch, it's very important. We've all had those from scratch things and vegan things that don't have milk and stuff or any animal products, and it comes out a little dry. So whenever you're doing this, make sure that you add something to preserve or to add moisture. And so what I always do is I have a little bit of coconut milk that I put in here, and I actually blended this coconut milk with a little bit of honey. So this isn't going to be vegan, but because it has honey in it, but you can use a different sweetener if you like. And there goes the honey part coming out. All right, let's go ahead and get it all in there. So I'm going to use the honey this time for a little sweetener, and we mix it in. All right. There we go. So we're now all set, almost. And the last thing we're going to add in is our organic blueberries. So I got some nice plump blueberries, and I'm going to go ahead and throw them in there. And this mixture, once again, will be good to make, once again, pancakes. You can make pancakes, you can make muffins, or you can make waffles with this same mixture. Doesn't change at all, all right? Measurements pretty much exactly the same. You're just gonna, if you want to, depending on the texture and how thick and dense you want your pancakes. I always like having the dense pancakes. So this is gonna be a thicker, heavier pancake, but it's gonna be way more filling. So you're not gonna require, you're not gonna, well, most people won't be able to eat like a whole stack of them. You eat about 2 of them and you'll be fine, because it's, once again, nutrient dense, has fruit in it, has all the other stuff. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hook up our pancakes, and my nice trusted skillet, put that on, and I'm going to all right, start with that. And whenever I use my skillet and I do pancakes, I always do a plant-based butter, all right? So this plant-based butter is actually, it's an almond oil. So once again, you don't necessarily have to use regular butter. I mean, if you want to use regular butter, it's fine, but you don't necessarily have to. If you want to use plant-based, you can, okay? In the same way with the honey, if you're plant-based and you don't want to use honey, you can use agave, you could use date syrup, you could use a lot of things. You could use maple syrup if you wanted to. You can run the gamut of what you want to do as far as that goes. So what we're going to do now, we're going to grease our pan real quick. Okay. All right. And we're going to slap on that first pancake in 1 second. All right. So, 1 second. Go. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and put on a pancake real quick. Or actually, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. So whenever you put your pancakes on, once again, I use a scooper. So I get a nice big scoop. Let it drip off. And you pour your pancake off into the very center. Gives you the best chance of getting a more rounded pancake, which doesn't really matter, but if you wanted a pretty pancake, that's how you'll do it. Pour it off into the center, and make sure that you have your stove on between medium and low. You don't want to burn your pancake, okay? And your pancake is going, so we're going to make 2 pancakes with that. Alrighty? Fantastic. So while our pancake and our eggs are going, we're going to make the last piece of our breakfast, which is going to be, what do you drink with breakfast? So a lot of times people are always looking for store-bought juice and what have you. So I tell you guys all the time, as opposed to store-bought juice, I make my own juice. And let's go. Fantastic. So bring out the juicer, okay? And we've been talking a lot about, especially about the whole COVID-19 thing, and making sure that people get enough citrus and what have you in their diet. So what I have for my drink this morning is I have oranges, lime, and I have ginger, okay? Oranges, lime, ginger, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of grapefruit as well. Show you guys how that's done. Let me just check on the eggs real quick. Looking good, looking good. All right, so really quickly, we take an orange, right, and simply peel it. So now, sometimes you can actually use some of the rind if you're doing this. It all depends on, your liking. The rind is actually pretty good for you because the rind actually contains a lot of nutrients as well. So I take that and I cut it into manageable pieces that can fit into my juicer. All right, there we go. And we are ready to rock. peeling oranges for a long time. So that's how I can go really fast with it. I'm going to flip my pancake really quickly. Fantastic. There we go. All right, and now for my grapefruit. And then last but not least, we're going to stick our ginger in there, because once again we talk about building a strong immune system, so your ginger is going to be very important. So stick some ginger in. Little trick when you juice, whenever you juice ginger, always juice something that has a lot of liquid right behind it, because it helps to flush it through the screens and what have you. So you saw that happening. So now my first pancake is done, and my eggs are almost done. So So we're gonna go ahead and make sure whenever you do your juice as well, you save your juice or you store your juice in an airtight container. I'm gonna put a little bit more orange in there, so I'm gonna do one more orange. Okay. And the pancake smells fantastic. And I'm doing this stuff for you guys real time so you can actually see how quickly it can be done. Once again, no fancy kitchens, no cutaways, so you think there's a different step to the process that wasn't shown. Everything that you need to do, everything that you need to see, you're seeing, and this is how it's done in real time. You know, this is what I do basically every Saturday morning. First pancake is done. I'm going to go ahead and put another one on. Anytime you do a pancake, always remember to add a little bit of butter so you make sure it doesn't stick. And our egg cup is going to be ready to, our egg pie, should I say, is going to be ready, I think, in about 5 minutes. Oh yeah, it looks almost ready now. All right, do one more orange just to finish this off. As you guys see, I always do a little bit of the rind there. Because I like the extra citrus taste it gives your juice when you get a little bit of the rind in there. You can only do that when you buy organic though, so make sure that the oranges that you buy are organic so that you're not getting, you know, pesticides and what have you. There you go. Clean out the reserve, and that's how that's done. And then, like I say, always make sure you store your juice in something airtight, so you can store it in a glass that actually closes with a screw on, or you can have like a, you know, carafe like this and just pour in your juice. Okay, and always make sure, like I said, airtight. Okay, so now I have enough juice. And remember, when you serve yourself juice or anything like that, I was having some juice this morning, as a matter of fact. Always make sure you get yourself a serving no bigger than this, because once again, this is about 8 ounces. A big 12 or 16 ounces of juice is too much. Is unnecessary. Something like this. So you fill it up. And that's about a good serving of juice right there. Nothing more than that, all right? If you get more than that, once again, now you're overdoing it. Just because it's healthy, you can still overdo it, okay? So that's all the juice you need. I'm going to taste this now. Great. And so, remember when you're doing your juice as well, you guys saw me put quite a bit of ginger and what have you. You don't have to put that much ginger. You can obviously make it to your own liking. You can put more and or less. But especially in these times, we've been hearing a lot of people talking about eating and consuming citrus. I've been talking to you guys about that for a long time, but especially over the last couple of weeks with everything going on with the COVID-19 and whatever like that. So I'm going to set our juice over here. So getting a good amount of vitamin C in your diet and the diet of your family is really, really important right now. So there we go. Great. Oh yeah. Give that a few more minutes. So yeah, so once again, eating properly and making your own food, in my opinion, is the best thing you can do for yourself, because you actually control what goes into your own body. When you control what goes into your own body, you can pick, higher quality foods, better quality foods, and that directly impacts your health. I can speak for that personally, because I remember I've been cooking for myself for a while, but there was a time where I didn't cook for myself as much, when I ate out more. And I can definitely see the difference in my health when I actually made that change and started cooking for myself and started doing more of my own foods, controlling what goes into my body. So as you can see, all the things I made here, not a single preservative, not a single additive, no food colorings, no flavor enhancers. I make my own stuff, okay? And that's the only way and the best way that you can control what goes into your body. Hold 1 second. Time to flip the pancake really quickly. And when I flip the pancake, see what I'm talking about? It's really easy. You just always loosen it around and then just bam, flip. All right? There we go. All right, so we're almost done here, because I wanted to show you guys. So a lot of times I cut away when I do this stuff, and maybe sometimes people think there's more to it, something that happens in the background that you didn't get to see or what have you. No, there's nothing that happens in the background. The egg cups are going to come out. The egg pie is going to come out. Actually, this is my first time making an egg pie. I just didn't want to make it in the muffin thing today. And I said, you know what? The difference between the muffin and the pie, no difference. All right? The same thing's going in. There's the same amount of heat. It might take a little bit longer because it's a bigger mass, right? But you can always test it. And the easiest way to test your egg pie is to stick a fork in it. If it comes out moist, right? If it comes out with liquid on it, then it needs to cook a little bit more. But you really can't mess it up, It's really easy to do. You really can't mess it up. And it's about, what, 25 minutes or so. I think that's what we've had it on for now. So once that is done, once again, look at our pancake. Okay? Nice blueberry pancake, plump blueberries in there. All right? We have juice to go with that. For me, 1 pancake is going to be more than enough. And then 1 slice of pie, because 1 slice of pie for me is going to be probably about 2 eggs. So 2 eggs, pancakes, and a cup of natural homemade juice. I think that's a perfect breakfast. Let me go ahead and pull this thing really quickly. Now I'm going to give it a little bit more. It still looks like it was a little moist. But once again, making your own food is the best thing you can do for yourself. I can't stress that enough. All the supplements in the world that you take will never equal up to a well-balanced diet. If you have a well-balanced diet, that's when those supplements work the best. If your diet is crappy, guess what? The supplements they're not magic pills. I always tell people that. If you want a detox, and I was talking to people who've been purchasing the detox stack, and by the way, you can still purchase the detox stack on my website, TitusUnlimited.com, and you will get the 28-day plan for free, where you'll get great recipes that you can actually make for yourself. So once again, you can go to TitusUnlimited.com and purchase the detox stack, and you'll get the 28-day plan for free. But if you have a good diet, right, that's the best thing you can do for yourself to get healthy. When you're detoxing, you have to drink enough water. So I talked to you guys already several times about the amount of water you drink. At this point in time, already this morning, I have drunk actually about 42 ounces of water, because I had 2 16-ounce things of tea, or water I should say, because I did my chia seeds and my lime, and I did my other stuff, and then I've also had another cup of actual warm herbal tea, or moringa tea this morning. So I'm about 42 ounces of water in before I eat breakfast. Okay, before I eat breakfast. Once again, that water is going to be the #1 health supplement you can take. Doing your detox, if you're doing that detox, if you're doing the cleanse, please guys, at least 100 ounces of water. Go to my YouTube page. There's an introductory video into the cleanse and detox. It will help you with, giving you guidelines and help with what you should be consuming. But water is going to be very, very important. Let me take this pancake off. All right. So like I said, and they're actually pretty thick pancakes, so, 2 great pancakes. Once again, like I said, they're a little bit more dense. I like them that way, not the fluffy stuff that has nothing in it. my pancakes are a little bit more dense. You saw what I put into my pancakes. And now it's time for me to pull the egg pie, if you will, which is the star of the show, if you will. So give me a second. Set something down for it really quickly. It's going to be a little warm. Right. And it smells fantastic. Right? And this is what it looks like when it's finished. All right? So that's going to be actually very, very delicious. I can tell it doesn't have much movement to it. Oh yeah. Comes out nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and slice a piece really quickly. Let's see. Okay, hold on one second. Try to pull this out. This is where it's going to get tricky for me, I guess. All right. There we go. Fantastic. And so that's what you're going to look like. So nice, moist eggs with, once again, we have spinach in it, we have mushrooms, we have red bell peppers, we have a little bit of asparagus, and then we have a little bit of chicken sausage in there. Once again, you can do whatever kind of meat you like or no meat, but great pie. And I'm going to show you guys the cut piece, so you can see what the inside looks like. Fantastic, cooked all the way through. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, make sure you go to my website, TitusUnlimited.com. Once again, the detox stack is still on sale, and if you get the detox stack, you will get the 28-day plan for free. For guys who are wondering about the libido support, we've been out for a while, but we're restocked with the libido support, so that's also a great supplement for you as well. Go out and check out the libido support and the testosterone support as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, just because your food is healthy, it doesn't mean it has to be boring. So as you can see, nice and exciting breakfast for myself. Blueberry pancakes made from scratch. Egg pie, if you will, and I have my own fresh squeezed juice that I made with all the things that you should be having in your body: orange, lime, ginger, and a little bit of grapefruit. Excellent to start my day off. Great day that, you know, great nutrition, all right, and all healthy. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I will see you guys soon.